Casper Protoss player starts at the top left of Entombed Valley. His map choice here. Can he turn things around in the best of 3? He's down a map. His idea is, of course,
SK Telecom T1, Rain.
There's a shot of him. His opponent, of course, to the bottom left in the blue. Sponsored by Azubu, part of their Starcraft 2 division. He is
Azubu Pilot.
doing really well in the first game today on Abyssal City. A map that is a bit in favor of Zerg here, against Protoss especially. Bad for Protoss, so that's one of the things that we definitely have to point out here, coming into the second game, where we have a very, very quick scout by Rain with a probe. He finds his opponent on the first position. That's exactly the luck that you want to have.
Yeah. This, of course, means viOLet. Even if he thought about doing something crazy and going hatch first, he definitely can't do it anymore.
Exactly. And guys, once again, pointing out here, those two people, those two players have a Twitter account. And actually, funny as it is, Rain just used his Twitter account at BWC. He never used Twitter before, was focused on Facebook, and I talked to him a little bit and was like, buddy, you have to start using your Twitter account. Though we try to spread the word a little bit because he's an exceptional player. He's such a great Protoss player. So if you want to support him, follow him on Twitter. His account is actually SKT1Rain.
The one being like a #1, as you can see in his ID at the top.
Exactly. And his opponent is also on Twitter. His ID is Azubu viOLet. It's basically the ID that you can see on top of the scoreboard without the dot. And of course, you can also follow the two of us at ProxyWolf and at Kaldor.
Yeah, I mean, we are doing this this tournament specifically just trying to get the players' Twitters out there a little bit more known because, you know, I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again. I feel like most players' Twitters actually are not as followed as they should be, and it's a great way to support a player you really like. And I think that both of these players, and not only the players today, but the ones yesterday, have a ton of fans out there that don't even know their IDs.
Also a great way to support a caster.
Yeah.
So the expansions are going to be built now. We have the hatch for viOLet, and at the same time Rain with the Nexus that he just started. We have him also on his way to get the first gateway. A lot of gateway openings yesterday. Why do I have an A on my monitor? You don't have that, right? That's a monitor glitch that I have.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. I thought we had like a weird Starcraft problem that I've never seen. I have in the middle of my preview monitor a big A.
That probably means they can see it too. And
I don't think so. I don't hope so. I hope that you guys don't see the A. Because even though it's really interesting, it's a little bit weird.
It is a little bit weird. I don't think it's going to affect or anything, but...
People that watch it is like, okay, after 36 hours of casting, Kaldor finally lost it.
Yeah.
Wolf can confirm it. There is an A on my monitor.
There's an A. I mean, we've also both been casting, so it might be crazy too. I see the A, man. I'm afraid at some point the A is going to come out of the screen and land into the map and start attacking probes, but we'll see.
That's a weird bug. Well, anyways, we have a bit of a standard opening here. The thing about Entombed Valley, why most Protoss players really like to play it, is that the third base is easy accessible to you. And this makes this map so different. On most maps, Protoss has a hard time taking a third base, but not on Entombed Valley. It's a little bit easier. You can just wall a second time, and then you'll be fine. So this is a map where we had a lot of mothership play in the early stages when the map was just introduced. But most Protoss players felt that in a late game scenario with mothership and an Archon toilet, they were a little bit too vulnerable to Neural Parasite, that Zerg players were getting too strong and too accustomed to the timings. So they tried to end things on a 2-base timing, or even on a 3-base timing. What you can do in Entombed Valley, you can go for very, very heavy gateway attacks. There are several pushes that are possible here, and Rain is usually a player that prepares very well for a certain strategy and a map. So we'll see what kind of idea he has to take down viOLet and force the third game.
Yeah. That's what we're going to wait and find out. 3-base push would be... It would make a lot of sense on this map. He's getting +1 very quickly, though. And based on this pylon placement, looks like we are going to see that 3-base push. Or at least a third base in general. This map is so hard for late-game Protoss, I feel like, with the way that Zerg players have figured out the mothership play, just like you described, and also to where the place I like to call the Pit of Broods at the north and the south, where the Broodlords hide on the fourth.
By the way, I just got the confirmation, I checked up on that while you were talking, that the A is, oops, wait a second, the Queen is under a lot of pressure here.
Yeah, the Queen is taking some serious damage. She may actually go down. Oh, nice control by viOLet. 2 more shots will do it, it looks like. He needs a target. Now the second Stalker is here.
The first Stalker, though, is on 4 hit points. But he's going to survive. He
But
should
so will
survive,
the
right?
Queen now. Yeah, he's going to survive.
Okay.
The shields will come back.
Okay, but coming back to my point, I actually double-checked, and apparently people see the A. So, production, there is an A on our screen. Get rid of it.
I think it's probably a bug with the software. I don't think I think they are very aware of the A as well. They're probably not very happy that we talked about it at all. But
A for F1?
yeah, certainly. A for oops in this case, I think.
The third base is coming up for Rain now, of course, and you can already see him gearing up with the gateways.
Yeah, he's going to do that push.
This heavy gateway attack. He adds 5 gateways at this point.
You know, the thing is, the third base gives you just a tiny bit of extra mineral mining. We've seen just yesterday partying when he did this 3 base push, he had like 2 probes mining from his third base, so it's not really about the nexus and the extra minerals you get, it's just that it gives you that fallback sometimes if this doesn't do as much damage. And also, you can transfer probes over there for your 3rd and 4th warp, and if the battle starts to go for a long time where you have that extra mining. viOLet taking a 4th here, and the gates are done. They are ready. +1 armor is about to finish. This is going to be very sentry heavy. Those are some Kespa sentries coming out from Rain.
Yeah, the Kespa sentries. They really like to go for a huge amount of sentries, and the force fields from a player like Rain are usually exceptional. So at this point, viOLet knows about the possibilities. He knows what could happen here, and he is going to prepare. We already have him with the Infestation Pit, and if he's able to get those Infestors out in time, the double fungal will destroy the sentry count.
Yes. But he doesn't have them yet. Rocks aren't even broken yet. They're going to be broken just in time. He doesn't see this push, actually. He knows now, but it's a bit late. Now he starts a lot of unit production. These force fields save the Stalker. He's very concerned.
But this is a great timing.
It certainly is.
Here we go. Force fields are good.
And a lot of trouble.
I would actually say that this is a very dangerous situation for viOLet. Actually, I think this is going to kill him with a force field on the ramp.
He doesn't have enough units. He didn't see the push coming, and he's going to die.
This thing is just so strong. GG. This is why Entombed Valley is awesome for Protoss, and without the cross position, it's very difficult for Zerg to stop it. Rain did everything right.
He didn't even have the force field that much. He just did a big A move.
Yeah, he did a big A move here. By the way, it's gone.
It is gone, man. The A did its own move off of the screen.
And moved away. Moved away. And I'm happy about that. So maybe we get a B now. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. At first I really thought I was going insane. I was like, that's weird, that can't be.
There's Rain. Look at that shot, man. He fades out from Rain into the Protoss Zealot. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's one of 2 Protoss fighting in this group. The other one is Seed, and let's be honest, Seed is currently looking the weakest of all of them.
Consider, Keldor, we have 3 Zergs in this group. It's possible, but we could have 3 Zergs advance today, and then we would have in the round of 6, 5 Zergs and 1 Protoss.
Yep. Harding so far is the only Protoss player that was able to advance. He advanced yesterday, being 2nd place. Linux and DRG did the same. And now we have Rain versus viOLet in Game 3 on Daybreak. The map choice of viOLet here. This is the map that he wants to play against the SK Telecom player. And Rain, what you gonna know now? This is not Abyssal City. This is a map where you have a bit of a better standing.
Yeah.
But the late game is, of course, always so dangerous here.
If Rain, though, played that well on Abyssal City, taking his 3rd base, I think it will be no trouble for him to take one on Daybreak. This is it. This is game number 3. It all comes down to this. viOLet versus Rain, 2012 Blizzard Cup with Keldor and Wolf.